Hey, it's Dustin Reekman from Engaged Marriage, and I'm going to show you exactly how two of our kids worked this summer and made $832.50 with about 16 hours of effort. So, at Engaged Marriage, we typically talk about more traditional marriage topics, communication and intimacy primarily. But one thing we're really passionate about is that couples should always have multiple streams of income. For various reasons, provides a lot of freedom and flexibility and peace of mind. So we live that lifestyle, and we share a lot about that on our blog. And one thing that we have benefited from with that is our kids are starting to pick up on our example. So we have three children. One is not really involved in this project because she didn't want anything to do with getting dirty, which is part of what happened here. But the other two, it's almost 16-year-old boy, and then our little girl who just turned 10. So in the middle of quarantine, they were anxious to do something, get out of the house, earn some money for some specific things that they wanted to purchase. And so I helped them come up with a business idea. And so I'm not going to take credit for this being an original idea. I was actually in the Dave Ramsey forums or the private group on Facebook, and someone had posted about their little kid went around and cleaned some of the neighbors' trash cans for $10 a pop. So we talked about it. We brainstormed on the pricing and how logistically how would this work, and came up with a pretty good plan. So our initial outreach in our neighborhood, you can see here, was May 31st. I just put something in our neighborhood Facebook page. We've got about 120, I think, 140 homes. Very simple flyer that my daughter made, basically saying, you probably haven't cleaned out your trash cans in a long time. We're a duo in the neighborhood, and we're going to make them super clean. And we'll do one of your trash cans for $15, or we'll do two for $25. So that was my idea. I thought that a lot of people would take that. And as it turns out, almost every home did the 2 for $25. In our neighborhood, we have a trash can and a recycling can that looks similar to this. So pretty much everyone has both, and they get picked up every other week. So trash is every week, but recycling and trash combo is every other week. So we decided, let's market this like 2 days before the next double trash day. And then I did the coordination with the service. So people just text me. I just kept a handwritten notes about who wanted what, and that was it. We were off to the races that first week. We had 9 homes the first week who signed up just from this post. We started getting some positive feedback here in the forums or in the group, and it was really simple. Material wise, we ordered some stuff from Sam's Club and a few things from Amazon, just some scrub brushes, like a long handled brush, and it's basically just a bunch of white vinegar and Dawn dish soap. And so it was easy. Our kids practiced on our trash cans first, so I got a free trash can cleaning out of the deal as well. And then I did help set them up with the water. So most of the homes already had a hose, but it might have been behind a gate and things like that. So I always did help set it up. So I spent a little of my time with this, but once I got the hose hooked up for them, they became very independent, and I would just sit in my car and do work or make phone calls or things like that. So we did that the first week, and then 2 weeks later, I said, hey, now we've got some testimonials. We've got people saying you did a good job. I took a picture of them actually doing the cleaning. And they also realized that first week that one of the customers wanted us to clean their egress window well. So they're like, sure, we could do that. So we added egress window wells. We cleaned up the flyer, added $20 for the windows. And that was about it. So we had people saying they did a good job. And then the back side of the same flyer had before and after photos. So we could actually show people our progress. And so they printed some of these off, and about half the neighborhood, they went and put these out on everybody's doors. And that was it. I didn't post on Facebook or anything. And they got, I think, another 8 or so jobs that second go around. And each of these times we would go out either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, because trash gets picked up Tuesday afternoon. And, probably average about 3 or 4 hours total in each of these kind of work sessions. And so then the third round, they did flyers on the front half of the subdivision. And then I also did do one more post, which was this one in the group, that basically said, hey, last call. They've been doing this for several weeks now. We've done 16 homes and counting. And so then they put the flyers in the front half of the subdivision. They got another 6 or so people. And then most recently, they're kind of the 4th week, so we're 8 weeks into this because it's every 2 weeks. they had 3 other families ask just from previous flyers. Like, we didn't do any more advertising or marketing. So kind of felt like we'd already talked to everyone at least once. Or they had seen this at least once. So in the end, they ended up with 24 homes. And now they have a customer list. So I explained to them, so next summer, beginning of the summer, it's going to be a year. These trash cans will be just as dirty as they are now. And these will be the first 24 people we text or email and say, hey, you want us to come back out? The kids are back at it again. Braden at that point will be driving, and we'll probably need some more money, and we'll hopefully have another job as well. But I just found this to be a very powerful example for them to see that you can be creative. You don't have to work for minimum wage. So in the end, 24 homes, they collected $832.50. It's right at $35 a home, which is interesting because it's $25 for 2 cans. But what we found, we never asked, but almost everyone gave the kids at least a $5 tip. And then some people had 3 trash cans. We had egress windows. One older couple asked them to de-weed a flower bed. So it's kind of extra money, extra things they were doing. And so I'd say it was like 4 half days, which is about 16 hours. And so that comes out to $52 an hour. And then split between the 2 of them, because they were doing this as a partnership, it's basically $26 an hour for a 10-year-old and a 15-year-old. And they would tell you it was really easy. Probably the first couple they thought it was kind of gross, but they got over that. And I think they're really proud of the work that they did, and I think rightfully so. So this is an idea that your kids could do. It's something an adult could do. I think there is, people do like to hire kids because it's fun and it teaches them good values. But I mentioned at the start of this that we're big on multiple streams of income, and I know that there are different things that appeal to different people, and I've done a bunch of different ones, and I've coached and consulted with lots of people in all different walks of life, services, products, different skill sets and things like that. And so we have what we've compiled, we call it the Side Income Success Club. And we go through detailed case studies. So similar to this, but even with a little more detail and some more step-by-steps, links to exactly what they bought, those sort of things. And we've got dozens of those in there, and we continue to add them because we continue to do experiments. I go, interact with people online, kind of hack exactly how they're making money and doing things on the side without spending a bunch of time, and I put those in there. So look for a link to that below this video. But I hope this gave you some ideas, maybe inspires you if you live in a neighborhood and you've got some kids. There's still some time left in the summer. They can go out and make some money and learn some great entrepreneurial lessons in the process.